All right, today we're diving into something that is, no joke, a total game changer for anyone who has to learn anything. We're talking about mastering your own memory. We're going to unlock the secrets to making information actually stick, not just for a test, but, for life.
Does this sound familiar? You spend hours poring over textbook, highlighting everything, and then, poof, when you actually need that information, it's just gone. If you're nodding your head right now, trust me, you are not alone. It's a super common and super frustrating experience.
But here's the thing. What if I told you the problem isn't your brain? What if it's just your strategy? That's the big idea we're digging into here. It's about shifting our focus away from just brute force effort and onto some really intelligent, really effective techniques. It's a complete mindset shift.
Okay, so let's get right into it. The whole thing starts by adopting what we're calling the smarter study mindset. And this isn't just some small little tweak, it's a totally different way of looking at how you learn.
The biggest trap most of us fall into is passive learning. That's where you're just rereading your notes, hoping the information will somehow soak in. The real secret, the key to making memories that last, is to move into active learning. That means you've got to engage with the material, question it, and really interact with it.
So the big question is, how do we get active? Well, that brings us to the best part, your Memory Superpower Toolkit. These are all proven, science-backed techniques that are seriously going to transform the way you study.
First on the list is active recall. Look, rereading your notes feels productive, I get it, but the amount you actually retain is shockingly low. Active recall is the opposite. It means you close the book and you force your brain to pull that information out. It's harder, for sure, but every single time you do it, you're building and strengthening the neural pathways, the connections, making that memory way stronger and easier to find next time. Next up, we have spaced repetition. See, our brains have this thing called the forgetting curve. We naturally start losing information over time. This technique is basically how you hack that curve. Instead of cramming everything at once, you review the material in bigger and bigger intervals, right at the moment you're about to forget it. Every review just reinforces it, locking it in for longer and longer.
This one is probably my favorite. Teach it. The rule here is so simple. If you can't explain a concept to someone else in simple, easy-to-understand terms, you probably don't understand it as well as you think you do. Seriously, try explaining something to a friend or even just out loud to yourself. You will immediately find where all the gaps in your knowledge are.
Now, for all you visual learners out there, mind maps are an absolutely fantastic tool. Instead of just writing lines of notes, you create this diagram that connects all the ideas visually. This helps your brain see the whole big picture, how different concepts relate to each other, and it makes recalling the info so much easier.
And hey, let's not forget about mnemonics. These are just little memory aids that turn boring, dry facts into memorable phrases or little acronyms. You probably already know one, like Roy G. Biv for the colors of the rainbow. It's a simple little trick, but it's incredibly powerful for making things stick.
Then there's chunking. There's a reason phone numbers are broken up into little groups of numbers. It's because our brain can really only hold a few items in short-term memory at one time. So, by breaking down huge pieces of information into smaller, more meaningful chunks, we make it way, way easier for our brains to process and remember. So how do you actually use all this in a focused study session? Well, say hello to the Pomodoro method. The process is dead simple. You work with intense focus for 25 minutes, and then you take a short 5-minute break. This little cycle keeps your brain fresh, it prevents burnout, and it makes your study time so much more efficient.
And finally, we have to talk about the foundation. None of these amazing techniques are going to work if your brain is tired and poorly fueled. A healthy lifestyle is just non-negotiable. We're talking quality sleep, good nutrition, regular physical activity. Think of it like putting premium fuel into your brain's engine. You just can't skip it.
So, we've gone over the what and the how, but why do these techniques actually work so well? To really get that, we need to go behind the scenes a little bit and meet your brain's incredible memory team.
Probably the easiest way to wrap your head around this super complex system is with a simple analogy. Just think of your brain as a really, really advanced computer. It's got different components, and each one is playing a crucial role in processing, storing, and pulling up information.
First up, let's meet the hippocampus. This is basically your memory's librarian. When you learn something new, the hippocampus takes it, organizes it, and then decides, is this important enough to file away in long-term storage? It's like the gatekeeper for all your new memories.
Next, you've got the prefrontal cortex. Think of this as your brain's thinking center, or like a mental scratch pad. This is your working memory. You know when you hold a phone number in your head just long enough to dial it?
Or when you're juggling a few different ideas at once? Yep, that's your prefrontal cortex doing its thing.
Ever wonder why some memories feel just unforgettable? Well, you can thank the amygdala for that. It's your brain's emotional filter. It attaches feelings to your experiences, which is exactly why you remember really happy or really scary moments with such crystal clarity. Emotion is like a memory supercharger.
Now, here's what's really fascinating. Your long-term memories aren't stored in just one single place. They're actually a huge distributed network. A memory of a song, for instance, might connect the part of your brain for sound with the part for the visual of the album cover and the part for the feeling it gave you. It's all linked up.
Okay, we've talked about some powerful tools and some pretty fascinating science. So what now? Let's bring this all home by focusing on your very first step to mastery and how you can actually make these strategies stick.
So what's the big takeaway from all of this? First, just remember that a better memory means smarter, more effective learning. Second, you now have a whole toolkit ready to go. But the real secret is to start small. Please don't try to use every single technique at once. Just pick one, maybe active recall, and focus on making it a habit. Consistency is what really builds mastery over time.
So, we'll leave you with this one final thought. Your memory is not some fixed, static thing you were born with. Not at all. It's a dynamic, powerful muscle. And just like any muscle, it gets stronger with the right training. So the only real question left is, how are you going to train it today?